Minglava. Thank you, IT and CMA Asia, and thank you for inviting me by a procurement showcase. I'm very proud to present here as a buyer. So first of all, let me introduce our company and me. So somebody already knows. I am the Bear. I'm based in Myanmar. I'm handling nature dream travels and tour already 18 years. So somebody already knew me, but let me try to present again the company history and why I planned to buy products from you, mostly from sellers. My company, Nature Dream Travel, based in Myanmar, we started from last 18 years ago, actually 2003. In 2003, we started to find our market all over the world. We go to ITV, Germany. We went to WTM, London. We joined most every travel show like ATF, PATA, TTM Plus. So many travel show and physical show around the world. Already 18 years. During this joining the travel show, we got the market. So we got the market. Our main market is Russia and CIS. Since 2006, we got Russia and CIS market, European market, and some Asia. Regarding Russia and CIS market, I got 65% market share. So the Russian not only came to visit Myanmar, but also they continue the extended visit to Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, sometimes China, sometimes Singapore. So in this case, I have opportunity to sharing my contact business to other country. So the reason I'm buyer here is I would like to send my Eastern client, Russian and European client to your country. So this is a short history of my company. Who am I? What is our company? What is our market? And how I'm going to do. So Russian market, 60% of my market sharing is now going to come to Myanmar and nearby country. So I will explain in detail about the type of tourists and the nature of tourists, the age level, and what they interest. Later slides I will explain. So at the moment, I would say what I'm gonna buy from Asia and China. Nature drink, we are now going to buy for forthcoming years, 2021, 2022, 2023, would like to buy the product from China, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia. So those 4 countries, we intended to buy the tour product. So let me explain why I'm choosing those 4 countries. Those 4 countries we are choosing is because of those countries are the rich history and the huge of cultural size. The client, our client, Myanmar tourists or Russian or European tourists, they really love to camp for cultural tour, and they really love to see the local life and the nature. So in this case, those countries we are choosing is based on rich of the culture and history. So we have 2 types of clients, Myanmar tourists, and number 2 is Russian and European tourists. As I already explained you, they do the combination tour. And let me explain very little more about who is our travel agent around the world. We are working with 200 top level Russian tour agent like Quinta Tour, like MITS, like ITM, like Komodo, like Asia, something like Focus Travel, Delilah. We are not only working with those travel agents, they are leading tour operator from Russia, but also we are working with the university, organization, and also we are working with the airline, international airline like Emirates, like Qatar Airways. Those we are working very closely. So Nature Dream is based in Yangon, Myanmar, not only doing the outbound tour, but also we are doing the inbound tour. Some of our group already enjoy the cultural side, nature-based group, individual tourists. We have not only the group tour or incentive meeting tour, but also we are strong in leisure market. So that I would like to inform to our seller what is type of our tourists. Next slide. So here, can I explain the nature of our tourists? Actually, type of our tourists. We have two types of our tourists. One is a group meeting tour, and another is a leisure tour. For the group meeting tour, we got our client is from the government counterpart, association, university, IT company, manufacturing, etc. So those group side, I will continue to explain next slide. And also another part is a leisure tour. For leisure tour, yes, of course, there is a couple tour, family, friends, company, individual, and sometimes woman solo traveler we are handling. For the group side, may I say, sometimes the group is very, depends on the organization. For example, the CEO group, meeting and incentive group, those are not like a big group. But the whole manufacturing who got the incentive trip, there will be the more than 100 bus. So that means the group size between 70 to 250 percent, I can say. For the leisure tour group, let me say 5 to 25 is a limited group size. So each level, you know, sometimes we are doing the business as we are buyer or we are seller. We need to focus on the each of group side, like a demographic, geographic level, and apart from this level, we need to check the how old they are. So in the group side, for the incentive or group tour, we have a variety of the age level. Sometimes the student tour, they are not more than 25 years. Sometimes group, the CEO or decision maker from the company, they are rather aged and like a 65 years, like a 70 years. So let's say the group side of the age level of the group should be the 20 to 70 years. For the leisure market, it's very simple and specific, like a 28 years to 65 years. This is a age level. Next slide. So sometimes the seller asks me the question, because I'm also the tour designer, and my seller also, they need to design tour for when I inquiry. So they ask me this good question: how many days they will stay in our country? So we call LOS, landlord stay. Those landlord stay, group or individual, they stay from at least 2 days today to the 21 days. But for the group side, if they are the big group, they are not more than 7 days. Next slide. So as we are the tourism industry, and we are taking care for the leisure market, niche market. Our tourist spending power is rather, how can I say, good condition, and they use like a 4-5-star hotel, and they use some entertainment and special creation, and they ask me that sometimes using the movie star, and sometimes cultural side, very difficult to arrange some meeting. So it depends on the spending power. If the survey is very difficult and specific, the spending power will be more. Some crew and some meeting tour, their spending power is up to 715. But leisure tour, like an individual and couple family tour, we can calculate easily per person 1,500 to 4,500. But sometimes this is a limited frame. I'm saying the spending power. But also sometimes they ask a cruise tour, charter tour. That is another. And that is very detailed to discuss each other by communication with the email. So nowadays, our company, the tourists and the tourism, the world tourism is changing their behavior. We are not only doing the business. Now but also we are doing the corporate social responsibility. For the corporate social responsibility, we call the CSR. So the group, the tourist, is visiting the place, destination. Then they preserve the destination, and they take care of the destination. Not only they are the tourists, but also they are taking care of the CSR and the cultural side, the Asian side. So for the nurturing travel as a buyer, as a group organizer, we do the design of tour design with the corporate social responsibility. Sometimes we focus to visit the community-based tour site. And sometimes we are caring the people and caring the tourism, how to develop, how to contribute. We are the active person who is joining together for the CSR. Next slide, sister. So this is a popular question. My sellers around the world, they asking me, what is your tourist attraction? So in this question, let me explain the two different. One is the international tourists like Russia and Europe, and another one is the Myanmar tourists. Now let me say the international tourists. For the international tourists, they mostly they prefer to visit the cultural side, CBD side. Yes, of course, the highlight of the destination they must visit when they are traveling to your country, like Vietnam, like Thailand, like Cambodia, like China. They must go to highlight of the destination. They must see, look at, experience. They must enjoy what is the history of their destination. And some tourists, they love the tribe, some maybe the shopping hub. Next slide. So for the Myanmar tourists, the attraction is something, it's a little difficult to explain because of there is a two type of Myanmar tourists. One is a luxury level, one is a starting point. The luxury level tourists, they go all over the world, they stay the beach relax, and they use the special charter price. But mostly the Myanmar tourists, the tourism is starting to challenge, and they just enjoy the group tour. They may join the seed coach tour. They may do the big shopping. But anyway, they like the full day excursion and look alike exactly. The night market and trekking, but very light. Next slide. So now I'm talking our tourist nature and type of our tourists and what they prefer and what they are looking for and what we should need to design the tour package. And they like 4-5-star hotel, and some they like the charter flight. I explain a lot. So you know, doing the marketing in tourism as a buyer, we join every travel show around the world. In Russia, every year we join the 3 or 4 travel show and road show. So in this case, the travel agent in their country, they will visit it and they would like to take the experience of our destination. So that invitation and that requirement, we need to do the familiarization trip or educational trip record. So nature during our company, every year, 2 times or 3 times, at least twice a year, we invite our buyer around the world, especially Russia and CIS market. We design the pantry. We invite our buyer to come and see our country. But not only Myanmar, but also other countries we join together, combination familiarization tour, including the return ticket. So here, let me take opportunity to invite some sellers or maybe the interested person. If you would like to join and you would like to share and you would like to meet our travel agent around the world, let me invite you to join this pantry to Myanmar. You may also come and see Myanmar. You may also invite to those travel agents to your country. Especially, I'm looking for the China travel agent who would like to invite our travel agent pantry. Next slide, sister. So, at last, not end. Can I say here? Thank you so much again for the IT and CME Asia. This is a very big incentive and meeting show around the world. We join mostly every year. This year we join for virtual show. So now I trust my old colleague, my partner is looking to me now and maybe enjoying my presentation. And anything you have a question, you can contact me by email or you can contact me my WhatsApp telephone number. And we are very welcome to contact for Myanmar and Asia country information. And you are any unclear point, please contact me. So taking opportunity, can I continue Q&A some question? This is a regular Q&A question. Can I present the very short and specific? But in very detailed question and Q&A, very detailed question and answer, you can email me as well. Some question can I reply by chat box? So mostly our sellers around the world, they ask me, how many group expected to send our country in forthcoming years? That's me like 2021, 2022. So we expected at least 5 groups to Asia and China 2021 and beyond. And another popular question is they ask me the hotel rating. Which hotel are you going to use in our country? As a luxury market, my answer is 4 to 5 star hotel we expected to use. And also, another popular question is, how many clients will you send to our country in forthcoming years? So we said now is a coronavirus pandemic period, and we say very, very difficult. But anyways, we are sure we can send we can send 100 stories to your country, but it depends on the situation of the country's quarantine policy, the country's international entry point policy, and the country policy for the tourist is very, very important. Next slide. So how much you expected per person? So that is also very, very common question I answered. Normally, the tourists I'm taking care for niche market, their spending power is not very low. Sometimes, let me say per party, the spending power per party, US dollar 100 to 250, sometimes more. Depends on the service they would like to buy. So how many days your client expected to stay in our country? That is also another regular question that the seller asked me. So LOS. So let us stay at least 3 days, the most 14 days. But including the beach extension, some tourists, they stay in the one country like 30 days at least, including beach, I mean. And the question continue. Which highlight of the destination your client prefer in our country? So that what I saw in my tourists from my travel agent, my tourists, they are really, really love the Asian and cultural side. So my seller, our seller, they would like to know what to prepare to into program, what the tourists like. So normally, we would like to visit the highlight of the country. For example, the Great Wall in China, the Angkor Wat in Cambodia, Ayodhya in Thailand, like a beach, Hua Hin, in Vietnam, Halong Bay, the Asian city, the Kintan Hui, and Hoi An Asian city. Those are my client profile. So you can easily can design the 3-day highlight of your destination, including cultural site, including the historic area. Then you can put the shopping and you can put the local life another 3 days. The standard package we design normally is 7-day package tour. Next slide, sister. So some cruise person and some charter flight seller, they ask me those questions. Yes, exactly. Our client, Russian or European or the luxury markets client, they love the cruise. You know, they not only they love the riverine cruise, but also they love seaside cruise like a Halong Bay in Vietnam. Another question they generally ask me is, are you looking for the tour company in our country? Yes, we have exactly long-time partner in those 4 countries for leisure market. But I have a no travel agent who specialize DMC. So if you are the seller, you are the DMC, you can handling the group and meeting incentive tour. Please contact me by email. Who is your partner in our country? That is many times that my sellers ask me this question. So let me say, Epsarato in Cambodia is my longtime partner, already 18 years. ANF in Thailand, Joima in Vietnam, but I have no partner yet in China. You know, last year, 2019, I sent one big group to China, the Kunming and Beijing. But we use the Singapore travel agent to send this group to China. We have no partner yet in China. So we are looking for. Most of the time, we need to transfer the payment. Which channel we use for payment transfer? We use for bank transfer. So credit card payment and other paper and some payment gateway, that is not very useful for us, our company, I mean. So our payment always were done by the international bank transfer. So this is the time for our country, Myanmar. So the seller would like to ask me, when your country, Myanmar, will open the international gateway. So we are still closed until end of the November, officially announced that all international gateway closed to entry Myanmar. But we hopefully, we are not sure yet, coming 2021 January, the government may open the international entry point. I mean the international airline, the border point, they will open the gateway, but they will use the specific quarantine policy. And then maybe they will release time to time if our country can recover from the pandemic. So yes, maybe the same question will continue the quarantine policy. Nowadays, our quarantine policy to enter Myanmar, even though the entry gateway closed, the business people and some diplomats, they are coming into Myanmar and they need to do the 2-week quarantine, exactly. So how is pandemic in our country? Today, the positive case over 50,000 and death over 1,300. It's very, very high, the rate we have. How many days you design tour package in our country? That means that some Thailand travel partner, they ask me, how many days I need to design the tour package to send to you? At least 3-day classes tour, and including the beach and other 2-3 destinations. The longest day is 2 weeks, 14 days. So please design tour package like this. So 3 days to 14 days. So I already told you I have a business partner in those 3 countries. Leisure market, we already have a partner in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. But we are looking for the partner DMC for Cambodia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Please contact me by email. But we have no DMC, no leisure contact person from China. We are looking for. So maybe the last question. Which country you are tourist, which destination you are tourist like? This depends on the tourist prefer. You know, the Russian tourists, they like the beach, but Europeans like the countryside. So Myanmar like let's tour and shopping nightlife. So that depends on the tourist nature. So thank you so much for the seeing me and listening my buyer procurement presentation. And thank you so much for your patience, and thank you so much for joining with me in this show. Any other question or you are unclear point, please contact me, Chapao, or please contact me via my email. Thank you so much, IT and CME. Thank you, Lynn.